Hi,
Hi there.
how are you? Hi there, right? My traditional greeting.
Ah, lovely.
All right. So Wusen makes us all come back over and over and over to create another beautiful episode of this Simplicity series. And we call it the Simplicity series because these are based on quotes and comments that are so simplistic to sound, but hold a depth and a wealth of meaning. But
Absolutely.
today's quote is actually a little different in the sense that it is not a quote. It's actually a part of almost a story narration. So now I'm going to launch straight into it. And this is one where you get to translate. Um, Here it goes. The room was filled with hundreds of his devotees. When Chow Ling asked, "Why are you worshipping the teapot instead of drinking the tea?" So as I'm saying this, like I can almost picturize, they're obviously speaking of, a place that's a holier place with some gatherings of devotees. And I am making the assumption that the character mentioned here, Shaoling, is perhaps a master or a demigod or a god of some kind who is passing the message to his devotees that why are you worshipping the teapot
Mm,
instead of drinking the tea?
wow.
So I will not try to even get close to what he's trying to say, and I'll let you go ahead and translate this for us.
Mm, so beautiful. I just love this. And yeah. So why are you worshipping the teapot instead of drinking the tea? Right?
Mhm.
I mean, isn't this something that we all do? This is
No, we don't worship teapots. So I know it's not literal. So we have to get to the metaphor of what it means.
So, Shaoling here is, of course, like you said, the master or a hero. Okay. And we
Mm.
all have a lot of heroes that we idolize. Um, we have our role models, and we create a lot of awe around them and a sense of wonder and also a halo around them. They kind of putting them up there on the pedestal. And we really put our light onto them, thinking, feeling that wow, they're so good, like demigods. And we do that to all our actors and actresses and cricketers and all the sports athletes. We keep doing that, and there is a sense of disparity also that gets created, and
Mm.
and it also gets to worshipping, of course. um,
Hero worshipping.
yeah, yeah. What happens to you? What about you? I mean, what if we were able to worship ourselves instead, right? And that's a far off thing. But what are we really worshiping them for? For not exactly for who they are or what has contributed to being where they are. We are worshiping, the status, the recognition, the fame, all that they have acquired in this journey, and oh wow, the sense of aha, the wow that
Right.
comes from there. So that is the teapot. We are so
The
attached.
tangible forms. Yeah, they're tangible beings. Yeah.
Exactly. That is the form that we are attached to, the personality, the identity.
Hmm.
Any kind of such attachment, like I said, it creates a distance between you and that, and also between you and yourself, because it's not allowing you to go deeper in recognizing that that exists because you do. Okay, the subject comes before the object. I am. So any kind of idolizing really takes you away from your own power of recognizing that I have it in me too. The reason why I recognize that in somebody else is because I have it in me. Who would they be if there was
Right.
nobody to appreciate them, right?
Hmm.
So
Right.
the appreciator has to be here. So it's like, beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. So the beholder
Right.
has to have beauty in his
Right.
own eyes. But what Wusen here is talking about is really recognizing that why don't we focus on the attributes that they have? Okay.
That's the tea he's alluding to.
Exactly, that's the T. The patience, the sense of compassion, the forgiveness, the ability to come to the present moment, to be working on yourself and growing in your passion. Okay, everything that makes the tea, which is there in the teapot. Okay, we are not taking responsibility for seeing that. Okay, and the reason why they exist is because they are reminding you of your potential to grow that in yourself. Okay.
Right.
And we must use them as as hooks, or anchors for us to work on ourselves. And that takes us to a different subject altogether of projection. Okay, and maybe
Right.
we'll do that sometime later. But what I see in others is something that already exists in me, but I'm
Mhm.
not willing to take responsibility to grow that in me. Because if I
Right.
have a problem, then you're out there. My heroes, my idols, my teachers are there
Right.
to guide me, to tell me what I need to do, what I don't need to do. And that's why we
Right.
keep seeking that validation, approval, guidance. And it confuses us even more. Wusen is
Right.
asking you to grow that potential within you and
Mhm.
start relying on this huge expanse of consciousness that you already are. You really need to know the source of your own your awareness, right?
Right.
So I don't know if I've made this clear, but um, I guess the teapot is not as important as the tea, and the ability to um, create that tea is there in us. So they are just reminders of who you could be. That
Right. And that's what he's, I think, and I'm guessing, or rather, um surmising from what I'm reading, is that the act of drinking the tea is as important. So it's one thing to say, there is my, like you give a good analogy of a sports person. There's my sports person, so hardworking, so physically tough. That's like saying, oh, that's the teapot, and the toughness and the attribute is the tea. I see it. Not
yes,
willing to drink it. I'm not willing to now say, that's an attribute I already have. That's why I recognize, and I want to now grow my resilience, my tolerance, my patience.
yes.
And that's how I'm sort of extrapolating this comment.
So what really happens with people is it's very convenient to say you are lucky, you are strong,
Uh,
you
yes.
are beautiful, I am not. Okay, and hence it they are where they are. People want to continue to stay in their limited awareness of who they think they are. People don't want to
Right.
work on themselves. That's the whole reason why this whole idol worship. Okay, idolizing your heroes or your athletes or whatever it is, whoever it is. I can't be like you. It's about you being
Yeah.
that. And that makes them feel even more smaller and lesser, and they're okay with that. Rather than working on themselves and recognizing that I can get inspired, okay? They don't choose to get inspired. Some of them do, of course, and we
Some do.
appreciate them
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah.
Um, and I think that's what is needed. They remind you of the inspiration. They're there to inspire you, not to feel idolized. um, when you don't get inspired, you feel low in your esteem,
Yeah.
in your worthiness,
True.
and that
True.
can be settled for less. Well,
And
every
that's when exactly you choose to be in awe of the teapot. You
yes,
just choose to be, like you started in the beginning, you choose to create that distance between you and the object of your affection or admiration. And you
yes,
choose to just admire the teapot from a distance,
that's it.
never realizing that that's your growth opportunity to
And that's my
drink.
comfort zone. I'm okay doing that. Okay. But then why are you complaining? I can't be like you. And what are you doing to your own self? You're depleting your consciousness. Internally, you do admire that. Take a step forward, okay? Try and check with yourself. Can I? Yes, I can. Little by little, I can. I can work on myself. I do have that in me. And that's why we do so much work on worthiness, right? You are worthy of becoming that because you already are that. Change the
Exactly.
lens. Change the lens. Bring that light back into yourself. Stop projecting your light on others. Make yourself your own hero. That's the lesson. You are your own hero.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. And I think this is a beautiful and a powerful conclusion. We are our own heroes, and that is not just merely quoting some song lyrics.
Yeah.
It is really because we have everything that it takes to become one. It's now the commitment and the act and the
Yes.
responsibility for our own growth.
Yes. And when we get to know who we truly are, you can only fall deeper in love with your own self. This is
I've experienced that. Yes, yes, very true, very true. And yes, it is for all. There are no exceptions. There are no lucky. It is truly for all. It may sound controversial, but it is truly for all.
truly
Uh, Thank you, Naz. This
yeah.
I'm very inspired by this one, and I hope everybody listening in feels pumped, excited.
Yes.
Whoever you're looking at, whoever you're admiring,
Yes.
know that you have those qualities, and go drink that tea.
Yes. Awaken the hero within. Go fall in
Awesome.
love with yourself. You're
Go
awesome.
for it. All right. Thank you so much. Once again, a beautiful session, and everybody have a blast. Go have a great time.
Go have a great time. Have fun. Enjoy yourself. Bye.
Bye.